Hello and welcome to the next episode of the new Earth Architectress podcast. My name is Aisha Rose Melodie Hassan, and I am an architect, alchemical healer, and the creator of the Sacred Blueprint. This is a cutting-edge vessel of courses and programs for architects, property owners, land stewards who are ready, committed, devoted to birthing the sanctuaries of our new earth through a new way that bridges spirit with architecture. Today, I am so excited to be hosting my dear collaborator, Anemona Crişan. We have been collaborating on our VIP retreats at the ancient city of Ephesus. She is a metaphysical artist who helps my clients, our clients, to unlock their creative capacities, unlock their sacred creation seed, to open the way for their design mastery, for their abundance, for their feminine magic, for their flow, and so much more, helping them to really anchor in the beauty that they're meant to build on this planet. And Anemona today is going to open a window into her artistic works, which have birthed through a series of incredibly profound transformations and experiences as a result of making the pilgrimage to Ephesus and the Temple of Artemis, and so much more intertwined and in her life, which I'm sure we'll talk about a little bit today. And I'm just so excited. You're going to get to see her profoundly deep and beautiful works of art today. So any of you who are listening to this podcast, we recommend that you hop on over to the YouTube channel, to my YouTube channel, to view these profound works of art that she's going to guide us through. And yeah, I'm delighted to have you on the show, Anemona. Welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm like, woohoo! Oh,
Yeah.
thank you so much, Aisha, for this beautiful invitation and for having me. It's such a pleasure to be here. And yeah, I have to say that these works wouldn't be possible without you. That's the truth. Because it all started with, yes, my pilgrimage with you, VIP retreat one-on-one. Only 2 years ago, I was in
Oh my
fact
God.
thinking about this. Yeah,
Can't believe that.
it
Yeah.
feels like it's like forever. It's been,
Yeah.
years, but it's been November 2023. It is incredible. And
Wow. Wow. Wow.
so much, and I'm getting goosebumps when I
Yeah.
say that, so much, yeah, evolved and actually revealed itself. It was truly a self revelation for me to be there with you, to have your support. So this is what really helped me to enter this, to allow myself, to receive what is possible there. That without that, it's like, this is so important to receive this support, to receive your support. That was just the most aligned thing for me to do, and is, you know. So thank you so much for having me. It's really, I don't know how to say that. It's a sacred work we're doing, a sacred work you are
Yeah.
doing,
Yeah.
and the sacred work I'm doing with my art. This is what my intention is, right? To step into this, sacred, um, service. I would have
Mm.
never thought that I would, as an artist, I would say service, sacred service,
Yeah.
because I was trained as an artist, for art scene, for, mainstream art scene, elbow thing, and also the feminine aspect in all our, professional settings is so crippled.
Mm.
It's non-existing actually.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I can imagine that in architecture it's similar, but also in art scene, it's like, you basically turn into a man in some aspect.
Mm.
You become competitive, you become, yeah, competitive, you hierarchical, all these things. And even though that felt really bad for a long time, now it's like, yeah, I'm realizing what I missed. It's the divine
Mm.
feminine within me, right?
Mm. Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give us a picture then of how that manifested in your artworks. Like, what was that transition like?
Mm.
Coming from this, as you so eloquently described, this art scene that was crippling the feminine. How did that manifest in your earlier works, and how are your new works different
Wow, that's a
as a result?
beautiful
Yeah.
question. That's a profound question. Thank you for that. Oh, so what I realized, and in hindsight, because this is something that I was not aware of in the midst of it, right? So the experience in Ephesus actually helped me to realize that. The experiences, I should say, because it helped me to tap into the divine feminine within me. So that
Mm.
what I noticed, what I was missing, was feeling home within myself, being free within myself, and being authentic and expressing that and being relaxed in being myself. And before that, I tried to, there are a lot of paintings, for example, and works about being in a cage and coming out of this cage, being caged. Yeah. And actually also this very tricky um, paradox of liking the cage as well. There is this kind of, yeah, you want to free yourself, but it's part of you, it's become part of you. So how the
Wow.
heck are you going to bring to remove this, since you are, it's you as well?
Mm.
you know so it's like freeing yourself from yourself. This was basically for a long time something that I've explored, and I very often have images with heads. This kind of the mind. Everything is the mind. And while this is true because it's consciousness, a
Mm.
lot of this structure that is caging us
Mm.
is mental. It's like mental in terms of mental as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's a mind
Crazy and
virus,
mental. Yeah.
right? It's a mind cage as well
Oh,
that
yeah.
actually puts it all. It's becoming then embodied
Mm.
because you believe the others. You start to question yourself, and then you feel you lose home within. You lose, or I lost home within. I lost contact to my divine feminine. And
Mm.
this truly also actually happened, had a consequence for my body, that my menstruation change and things like that, where you feel like, okay, the body is even adapting to this other, yeah, to
Wow.
this other way of being,
Yeah.
that is just yeah, self-suppressive in a way. And
Yeah.
at the same time, it's a stimulus because then you want to break free from that, and you actually can have a lot of energy for that for a while. But then you don't have it anymore. You don't have it anymore. And then that's what happened to me in 2017. I had a burnout, and I realized that this is not the way I want to do things, even though I like my works, but it's not working. And between 2017 and 2023, I was looking for this home within.
Mm.
And with Ephesus and our experience there, I really started to realize, to not to realize, but to feel.
Realize.
Yeah, realize. Yes, I love that. Yeah, to embody and to have this knowledge of the body. It's not like understanding is important, but there is also this embodiment, this
Yeah.
talking and feeling of the body. And Ephesus as a place is beautiful for that. And your guidance is just unique. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. Well, for the listeners and the watchers of this episode, we're going to be sharing Anemona's website and her Instagram so that you can actually see some of her earlier works, which are absolutely profound. And they actually have a lot of value. But you're going to notice now, she'll be taking you today through the latest works which we both feel are beings within themselves, and they really hold the keys for the new earth. They hold the keys for the future we are stepping into, and we're being guided to step into by spirit. But it's worth looking at her earlier works as well. They're big teachers. They're big teachers. They're profound works of art. Just so that you also know what she's talking about right now, you know. So tell us about these new works and how are they different and what did you discover through the birthing of them?
So I would say the earlier works before my Ephesus experience, that was a huge shift for me on all levels. I was more on an alchemical journey, I would say, where you have this kind of darkness, you go into the darkness, it's like a mystery discovering yourself. And with Ephesus, something happened where I feel like I stepped into my own power, actually, into completeness. And what happened is that um, I had a very profound experience when we visited the temple of Artemis, and there is a very special place there that really, you know, I mean, the whole place is special, right? And every time I go there, I discover something new. It's like a huge body of the goddess. The whole area there is like the bigger area. It's just incredible, really incredible. But what happened was that I've never had that before, that I go to a place and I'm like, yeah, I've been here before. I know that. It's clear. I was like knowing it. It's not like I think and I would like to. It was like, I have to go there and I know I've been here before. It's just crazy. And then I had these
Mm.
visions of the past and the future, and my role in this. And it was what I've never experienced this profoundly before is like this inner knowing. Yeah, that's true. It's like, of course, it's not like, is it the self-doubt, the self-doubting part? That was huge for me to have this, not be there. Should I do that? Am I this? Is this true? You know, this
Right.
disappeared. And this is also such a mind virus for me. This
Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah.
like you don't accept yourself, you don't give yourself permission to be, actually, to exist, right? Or you question your, yeah, if you're allowed to be. And there I've experienced this profound, yes, I'm supposed to exist, I'm supposed to be here, I have a mission here, a purpose, even though it's not about mission in terms of a pull for me. It was like everything is here, so ta-dum. And this is something we are also, yeah, experiencing every time when I'm there and guiding women through a very unique experience at the site that I'm talking about. Um, it happens again and again, and it's basically I received my seed of myself there. I
Yeah.
discovered that there is a bank of seeds, and my seed is there. and what I mean by seed is, of course, you know, the essence of who I really am entirely, not just aspects, fragments, and this and that and that and that and that, or or. But it was like boom, it was there, like a sphere. And you will see a lot of spheres in my works because of that, because it's about this. I felt this knowing that at some point in time, I feel like it was me, Aisha, you know, as well. We basically said we need to protect the authentic essence of the human beings, of architecture, of nature, of but basically humanity and our own, you know, divine path and purpose. Because there will be a time where we'll forget, and I'm getting shivers when I say that. Wow, there will come a time where we will forget, and we will need to remember, and we have to go there, and you know, we will be guided there actually to 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 really come and receive our seed, and we will feel the call to go there, you know. So there is something very profound in that, being called by this place,
Mm-hmm.
being called by the goddess, by Artemis, by Ephesus. So um, there is this site that is coming back to life, because it's supposed to do that. It's supposed to, and we are supposed to do that. So we are meeting her, we are meeting ourselves again, you know. And it's such a profound experience of coming home. And it's a coming home to the place, but there is also a coming home within yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what I felt is the main energy that comes through for me, and is coming through the works, because I'm not doing the works, you know, from my mind. I'm not thinking, oh, I'm gonna show how essence looks like. It's not working this way. It's like an urge, and she works through me basically. She says, okay, this is how it looks like, you know, here, feel it, and now express it through the heart and through the body. So this is how I'm doing it. It's not like I'm thinking about it. It's like, you know, coming through the heart and being expressed the way I also received it as well, because it's the
Yeah.
heart that I'm yeah, is my main organ of reception and also expression.
Expression, reception and expression. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, wow.
And so what happened was that I immediately had to do some sketches and really receive these images. And it's like when people say they channel something, they have a download. It feels like that, because it's unpacking ever since the first time I've been there. I'm revealing more and more. Okay, this is, you know, the essence and presence are like the main aspects. You know, receiving your essence and embodying it, being the presence in the body of this essence that you are.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Wow. Yeah. So profound. I'm just getting chills, and more uncover reveals itself to me as you speak. More is reinforced about our sacred task in
Mm.
Ephesus, connected to Ephesus. Of course, our sacred task isn't only to create in Ephesus, it's to create all around the world, and to build these sanctuaries and build these works of art all around the world. Um, and it's such a mystery, isn't it? The beauty that is speaking to us from sight. And you talked about the energy that is being emitted from Ephesus and this sacred site. And both Anemona and I have noticed that there's actually a very new energy being emitted from the temple of Artemis in particular, but the whole region of Ephesus as well. There are different spots that we feel called to there. And this is really an energy that I feel is broadcasting to the creators of the new world, the ones who really are interested in creating in honor of the good, the true, the beautiful unfoldment of humanity, and bringing the beauty back, but the beauty that has a kind of spirit technology connected to it in its forms, and actually to bring the art back into architecture too. I think that's one of the profound reasons why Anemona her being has entered into, we've invited Anemona into the VIP retreats in Ephesus, because they are predominantly for women architects, as well as land stewards. We've opened the doors for people for women who are wanting to birth their own sanctuary. But art is such a critical tool for opening up one's spiritual perceptions and their intuitions. And Anemona guides the group there, the women there, both individually and in group format, through this profound creative process that helps them to really laser in on their unique gifts, their authentic expression, their feminine magic, and what the keys and codes are for their new architecture. How are they going to build the new Earth architecture? And to have confidence in that, to have confidence in their power, their authority, their creative expression, their voice, their unique voice. All of that has been repressed for so long. And this is where we would say that, we are in agreement that yes, the divine feminine is on the rise, and she's rising for a reason. She's awakening for a reason. And there's some wisdom coming through for all of us, both men and women, regarding this rising. So I would love for you to share your works. It's like, oh, there's only so much we can say in words. You really need to feel Anemona's works, and you certainly can feel them from a presentation like this. So I invite all of you who are listening to put down your phones, close the door, make sure you're not, having too many distractions from colleagues, friends, pets, children. Basically, don't multitask during this podcast. Be present, listen. If you know that you're in a busy, distracting place, just move yourself into another room and really take these works in.
Thank you so much. I invite you, before I share, to just, as Aisha beautifully said, I will not say much to the works, just take your own time. You can also pause the video if you like, and take your time to, feel the resonance and what the painting, the image is yeah, speaking to you. It has a message for you, for each and everyone, a very unique message. So just give yourself the opportunity to see that.
For those of you who are listening to the audio, we are now observing Anemona's paintings and silence. Again, head on over to the YouTube video to see them with your eyes.
You can see some of the paintings back there. I will go back and show you the size because it's interesting to
That's a
see
good,
how,
yeah,
how they relate.
how big they are. Yeah,
They're quite big, actually.
they're huge. Isn't it incredible to see the depth and now the size compared to Anemona's height?
I'm
Yeah,
not the
some of them
tallest.
are massive. Some
Yeah,
of them are very big. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And of course, some of them are very small. So, for example, this one I showed you is very small, right?
Yeah,
But it's like a jewel. It feels like a jewel that I also want to combine it with another and make an object out of it, and almost an architecture, I would say.
yeah, yeah,
So the power is equally strong. It's not about the size, but the bigger, the larger the work, the more you have this feeling of being in a space with it. So this is where architecture comes in, right? Where you have this, it's like a vis-a-vis. It's like a, you know, the
Mm,
being is standing in front of you. It's like
yeah.
a whole other experience. And
Experience. Yeah, yeah,
you may have noticed that the works are painted on copper leaf.
yeah. I was gonna ask that.
Yeah. This is a technique. It's ink, basically like Indian ink or Chinese ink on copper leaf on canvas. I've also done it on wood, so I'm experimenting with different, or on the wall. You can also do it on the wall. So I've actually developed this technique myself. I haven't seen it used anywhere else in this manner. I mean, copper leaf is not new, you know. It's like a
Yeah,
very ancient technique, and it's very interesting that the metal itself is related to Venus, so it's a very feminine energy. You can see that also. It's like a skin, you know, and it can have very different nuances from a pink to this orange, gold,
mhm.
rose gold. So there are many nuances that you can play with actually using copper. And there is a lot of, I'm currently diving myself more into these Venusian topics, mysteries, and the relation of Venus to the Earth. So my way to work is actually to bring through the feeling and the knowledge I receive at the site. And then, you know, this is like how I acquire or channel things, you know, through my inner knowing. And then I'm finding out, okay, there are some references in you know, mystical teachings and history and so on that actually confirm what I've been experiencing, you know. And this
Yeah,
is also something so important when we are on site with Aisha. And I love how you always guide us through this, receiving our own knowledge from that place. And this is so on all levels, right? It's emotional, it's spiritual, it's yeah, physical, but it's also like for some women, it's really like seeing visions of themselves there in the past, you know, and tapping into different you know, times and that are relevant for them, right?
mhm.
So it's like a time machine. Yeah.
Yeah,
Also, it's many things, but also a time
yeah.
machine.
That's one of the aspects, certainly. Yeah, beautifully said.
Yeah. So there is also this new technique that came up for me, and I really, if you told me this 5 years ago, I would use copper. I would be like, I don't like copper, you know.
Right.
And that was also part, I feel now, of my rejecting the divine feminine within me.
Wow. Oof. Yeah. Woo.
There is so much rejection
Yeah.
towards her. And that's, I'm getting actually shivers again because this is so profound to really find your own unique way to the divine feminine within you, especially as a woman, but also as a man, because we all
Yeah.
have it. but I have, you know, when I was before this experience, if someone would tell me about the divine feminine, I would think of, you know, extremist feminism, or, you know, or
Right.
people who are like, you know, remote, like hippies or something. So I
Yeah.
had a completely, you know, yeah, whatever image of it. And
Yeah.
it, of course, it's not about these images of other people. It's about your own personal connection to your divine feminine, that she's not loud, she's not going to tell you, hey, she's not going to violate you and, you know, march, you know, and break everything down and say, I'm here and I'm taking over. She's like
Yeah.
waiting, she's there patiently, she's diplomatic, you know. She's like, okay. And the pilgrimage to Ephesus and to Artemis, the temple of Artemis, really is like, you know, it's a pilgrimage. You're opening up to, or to your divine feminine within.
Yeah.
And she's, I mean, it's unbelievable what we are capable of, what our potential is, and it's all there. It's all in us, and it's all held by this divine feminine, in my opinion, in my experience, you know. And then the divine masculine within us can build from there.
Yeah.
But if she's not there, he just repeats what he's done before, you know, and takes
Yeah.
it from someone else, or you know, ugh, we all know it, how it looks like. It's just
Mm.
she's I am absolutely devoted to bringing her back in my own way, with my own flavor, and this is all I can do. Of course, it's not like
Yeah.
I'm the one who's bringing it all in. We are each embodiments of her.
Mm.
And yeah, this is something that is very important. And I've also, through this, I've started to offer women's circles where we incorporate the artworks, you know, and it's just, artworks are part of it there, like sitting in circle with us. It's
Yeah.
interesting. It's working beautifully, and they have, because they bring through the energy of that place. They are infused
Mm.
with that. Even though I paint them here in Vienna, I'm based in Vienna in Austria, but and this is my studio here, but that the experience is in my body, so I receive it there,
Yeah.
and I'm bringing it through the works, you know.
Yeah.
And they really emanate this energy. I feel they do that, you know. They're infused with this, with the goddess energy, basically, with the divine feminine and the new divine feminine that is emerging there. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
this is something where we as women can feel this, you know, remembrance
Mm. Mm.
ourselves. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely profound. And
Mm.
for those of you who don't know where Ephesus is, it is in Turkey, so across from Greece, in the Aegean. It is close to one of the main port cities of Turkey, Izmir. And Ephesus was at its high times about 300,000 population, I think, living there at its high time. It's a very big city for antiquity, right? The Hellenistic period. This is pre-Roman, where I would say it was at its high point
Mm.
in in terms of its spiritual impact and the cultural impact. And many, the great philosophers, politicians, and polymaths, and astronomers, astrologers, right? They all gathered there for their wisdom circles and teachings and to advance humanity in some way, shape, or form. And at its heart was the temple of Artemis and the goddess Artemis, and they revered the goddess. They revered the creative life force, the principle of creation, and they revered the waters, the sacred waters. Water is very much about a part of the building and construction of Ephesus. Now, it developed and grew thanks to the Romans, right? The city that is known as Ephesus, and Artemis guides us. Artemis guides us. I was just about to say I wanted to say your name, but You're now merged. You're officially merged with Artemis.
Oh,
Anemona does a phenomenal job of guiding the women through the history, and she shares her books and helps you to do a bit of research before or after, however you choose, giving you, a background of Ephesus, and just so you get your bearings in terms of the dates and the history and who conquered it and when, and but in essence, in at the high point of Ephesus, there was also the mystery school, the Ephesian mystery school there, which when I say it's high point, it was actually building slowly over time. Both Anemona and I feel it's a very primal place. It's a very ancient, very older than Hellenistic period mystery school. But what was unique about the mystery school is that it was open to both men and women initiates and adepts. I'm assuming there were also female teachers there, and that's rare. And it wasn't also uh, um, reserved for only the local initiates of that local tribe or the local culture. It was international in many ways, as international as it can get, So people from Egypt were coming over, in the East, the West, Europe. Really a crossroads between East and West. And so this place is a very special place. And so if any of you who are listening to this podcast episode are feeling the shivers and the tingles, I mean, when you know that you feel drawn to this place. You can't explain it, but there's this urge, this impulse, this curiosity, this vibration that is in resonance with you. Then you're meant to come. You're meant to come, especially if you're ancient temple builder of the future, as I say, someone who is really excited, passionate, devoted, and hearing the call to bridge spirit with form in your architecture practice. If you are someone like me who wants to spearhead their own sanctuary project and you're feeling the call to be the leader of that, not only dependent on your clients to build a sanctuary, but you actually want to build one yourself. You love art, you love creation, you love beauty, you love craft, you love the spiritual realms, exploring spirit. And you're on the edge right now. You're on the threshold, and you can feel you're on this brink of a breakthrough, and you know that you are needing to unleash your intuitive powers and deepen in your divine feminine. She's calling you. She's calling you in your dreams. She's calling you in your waking dreams, right? And your body is showing the signs. I very much was receiving the signs. My body was telling me, no, you cannot work in this way anymore in architecture. And, the conventional practice was depleting me. It was destroying me. It was repressing my voice. I remember how blocked my throat felt. And prior to birthing the Sacred Blueprint system, Anemona, I was like, I felt I told you about this story like countless times, where it felt like my throat was going to explode if I didn't start speaking the the words of spirit and speaking it out loud and weaving it into my design practice. And I'm so grateful that I did, because I cured my chronic illness. I stepped into my authority as a spiritual teacher in the realm of architecture, and start to bring a voice to the nature spirits, the spirit of the land, and the goddess ultimately, right? And it led me to Ephesus, which is very much connected to the sacred blueprint. It's part of the initiation process. So I'm really excited to be starting to train women architects in the sacred blueprint. And Anemona is part of the team. She's I call her my advisor. She's an advisor. She advises. I mean, she's just full of such laser precise wisdom. And it's like, boom, she tells you exactly what you need to hear. She tells you exactly what you need to hear. No messing around. Boom. And her works of art are also a work of architecture. And we're excited, Anemona and I, planning some projects ourselves and how the art, those works need to be incorporated into buildings, into site plans, into architecture, and bringing architecture back into its rightful position of being a high spiritual art, not just like um,
Yeah.
designing dead boxes, right? Mental boxes. The word mental was just really stuck out for me in this conversation. Not just these mental boxes. And I say boxes, we have all different kinds of shapes and form in architecture these days with the advancement of AI, you can do anything you want. But the question is it the right thing? We're not against AI at all, but there's a danger of the mechanization of architecture becoming mechanized, art becoming mechanized, the human being becoming mechanized. And what we're creating together in Ephesus is really a bold statement, a declaration against that path that we see humanity entering into, a large portion of the globe entering into. And it's a destructive one. And it's a one where we lose the essence of life. We lose the essence of our life. We lose the life spirit that actually flows through us. We lose the connection to it, don't we, Anemona?
Yes.
And these works that Anemona is creating helps us remember this life spirit, this beauty life spirit that we can tap. It's an energy, it's a force, it's a frequency, it's a vibration. It's not static. It's growing, it's moving, it's guiding, it's leading. And it's a force that we want you to tap because we can't do it alone. We cannot do it alone. We need other women architects and artists to create this with us and to build the new blueprints of the new earth through this sacred impulse. And Ephesus, while we know that you can tap a lot of this impulse from wherever you are in the world, but Ephesus is a kind of accelerator for that. And just such a privilege, to touch the place, to physically touch it, to physically touch each other, connect in person, in the flesh. And one of our clients, actually, this was prior, I mean, some of my earlier retreats, a one-on-one retreat with my Turkish client, Özgül, and she talked about how, as well as actually one of our other clients, Jelaine, they both talked about how it's just this portal, like this time machine, really, and they were amazed at how much it shifted their perceptions, and as a result, perceptions, mindset, right? Um, laying down what thought forms no longer serve them, right? And so much got created after as a result of joining the retreat. I mean, Özgür found her ideal office, the ideal location. Clients started streaming through. I mean, there were so many other examples. Like her goals from, which were like, I think it was like a 9-month goal that she had, 12-month, happened in a matter of weeks after the retreat. So while we don't want everything to be rushed because we honor the feminine, we honor the slow, we honor the mystery, the unraveling process, but at the same time, women, we need to get work done. We're here to pioneer the new earth, and we can't waste our time with all these unnecessary distractions. We want you to have an easeful pathway moving forward to create the new earth. What's coming to you now, Anemona, as I stream through? I mean, oh,
This is so beautiful what you're sharing, and so it's a manifesto really for the movement of the sacred blueprint. Really,
yeah.
it is a movement, and so much needed right now. This, I feel like also my works are, representing this new womb.
Yes.
But,
Yes.
that is like really the new womb, because there is something. I'm going back to what you shared in terms of artificial and organic, and spirit. We can bring spirit through because we are organics. There is this connection, this sacred connection, yeah,
Yeah.
between the two, because we are spirit, right, and embodied. And the artificial path is like removing the spirit and doing it all with the mind. And it's an interesting experiment. But then what happens to the evolution of the organic? What happens to the evolution of humanity? We become machines. We have artificial wombs. We have everything is artificial and is actually only quoting and referencing itself all the time,
Mm.
and in a downward spiral, because it can only degrade in the end, right? So there is a very weird movement, or split in, fork in the road right now, where I feel
Yeah.
like this feminine energy is really very much coming in, but she cannot force her upon us. We need to be open to her.
Yeah.
She's not going to come in and, impose her. She's
Yeah.
present, but if she's not welcome, she will leave, because
Yeah.
there is no fertile ground, fertile vessels for her. And
Yeah.
when I say her, I'm not someone who is believing in this, I'm here and the goddess is there, this kind of,
Right.
the god is outside
Separate. Yeah.
ourselves. Yeah, it's not separate. It's just a resonance where you remember that she's part of you all along. But we are incarnated here, so we are the ones really bringing her into matter. She cannot bring herself into matter. We are the ones who have the bodies here. This is like the sacred duty and the sacred, essence of this existence, being in the flesh, in the body, to bring the spirit here. This is that's the deal actually between
Yeah.
us and spirit, is to really embody it here and not just remove ourselves, oh, you're love and light and I'm ejecting the body.
Yeah.
No, no, you bring it through, bringing through this divine energy that you already are, because otherwise you couldn't hold it, right? It's a resonance thing, right?
Yeah.
And that's such a crucial, important moment to really step up to this energy that is within you and free yourself of this artificial, fragmented reality that
Mm.
pulls us into this mind, um, a virus, separation, stress, fear. Also,
Survival.
fear, yeah, exactly. The fear part. This is something that was so profound in the experience of Ephesus. The Basilica of Mother Mary, for example. That was such a profound experience for me and for many other women that we guided there, and you guided there, how much there is this unconditional love that comes through, and you're like, yeah, everything can be, even the, you know, the most evil parts, but because this you know, this great, this divine energy, feminine energy is loving everything, and this is the way back to, you know, it's
Yeah.
like, don't separate things and
It's
say
not selective in that
not
sense. Yeah.
selective in that sense. It's not enabling. I'm not talking about enabling, saying, yeah, it's good to kill other people or whatever, you know, to be anti-life. But her energy is, you belong. You
Mm.
belong. You're at home. You're at home. And that's where everything changes, actually, where everything that we create from there is completely different to what we've seen before. Even antiquity, it will
Yeah.
be something completely different.
Completely
So
different.
exciting. So
It
exciting.
is so exciting. It is so exciting. I'm
Mm.
so excited for the works and the creations that we're going to create together, and the works of art, the works of architecture. I mean, this is really a movement, like you're talking about, the sacred blueprint, the works that you're birthing through, and and yeah, it's time to work together
Yeah.
to build it. It's time to work together to build the new temples, the new communities, the new artworks, and they can take so many different shapes and forms. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Wow. Anemona, thank you so much for today. Before we close today's podcast, I just want to formally invite you to join our next retreat in Ephesus. Anemona and I are leading the retreat from May 11th to 16th, 2026. We have added an extra day to our magical, powerful retreat. It is 5 nights and 5 days, and we needed the extra day. We realized the women needed the extra day to fully integrate all the profound experiences and transformations, and to take some more time in nature. Our stunning retreat center. It is at the Ephesus retreat, up on the mountains, up on the hills, overlooking a breathtaking view of the ancient city. And what's beautiful about that place is that, you know, first of all, you're really treated as a goddess there. The food is amazing, and it is very peaceful. It is not a typical hotel. It is crafted for people who are doing retreats which require focus and silence. So you're going to have the quiet that is required to go within and tune into the energetics of the place. There's some nice trails in the area that sometimes we take walks on, and the retreat offers breakfast and dinner, and it's part of your investment for the retreat. So that's all inclusive, and where we get chauffeured around to the ancient sites. I mean, how delightful is that? Like goddesses. And you get picked up by a private chauffeur organized by the hotel from the airport, which is Izmir Airport. 50-minute drive, right, Anemona? 50 minutes,
40,
40
40.
minutes, even 45, 50 minutes from the airport. You're not going through too much traffic or anything, so it's a smooth drive. And yeah, Anemona and I have lots of preparation material for you prior to the retreat, logistical material that we give you, educational research material, as well as sacred preparation material that we provide you. You're very well held in this retreat, and we go deep. It's for the women who are ready and willing to go deep, to transform, to change in honor of the sacred seed that wants to sprout and grow within them. And in honor of building these new temples for the healing and advancement of humanity, and also to bring it down to your personal life, to finally attract the abundance that you deserve, you desire, um, to also be wildly successful in your architecture practice by your gift, by using your gift, by utilizing your gift of being able to communicate with the worlds of spirit, to be able to tap into the energetics of properties, and be willing to learn this approach and weave that into your design practice. So it's for you. And it's an intimate group. We only have a few spots. It's not a big group. We deliberately craft it so that we can give you the high touch attention that each and every one of you need, to ensure that you are getting results, and are able to translate all of what you experienced in Ephesus into your design practice. There are also a couple follow-up sessions via Zoom where we gather together, and I give you some additional tools to bring into your new earth creations. So the link is below. You do need to apply. Applying does not mean that you are committing yet, nor does it guarantee that you will be accepted. And so know that there's no strings attached when you apply. Go for it, though. If you are feeling the nudges, go for it. Take the leap. You are not going to regret it. You are not going to regret it. We can 100% guarantee that. And the other thing that Anemona and I want to announce is that we are doing a retreat for ourselves in November for a week. And we are also doing some work together to prepare for the next retreat, and some other projects that are birthing through as a result of communing with Ephesus. And we will be hosting a live Zoom session from the retreat center. So that the registration information for that event is below. We do not have, from the time that we've recorded this session, we haven't anchored in the exact date, but we will have that ready for you by the time you watch this YouTube video and listen to the podcast. So in the description below, you have the Zoom registration details you can access. So that will be it's the first week of November, right, Anemona? Yeah, it'll be during the first week of November 2026. So make sure you join that. 2025. Thank you. Thank you. No, we're still in 2025. November 2025, we will be offering a live Zoom session directly from the retreat center, and you'll be able to get more of a taste of the energies there. So yeah. Yay! Anything else you'd like to add, Anemona, as we close today's session?
Thank you so much for the invitation, and to everybody listening and watching. You don't want to miss this. This is and it's the perfect time, truly. 2020, everybody's talking astrology and everywhere, like
Right.
so much.
Things
These
are happening.
next years are like the big shift. And I think we all feel it to some extent. It's impossible not to feel it. So,
Yeah.
and there is a big, big new divine feminine energy coming through that. Yeah, we need to welcome in our lives. So come join us. Looking
Yeah.
forward to this.
Yes. We also have prepared a video for you, so make sure that you watch this a video that will pop up right after we close today's conversation. So make sure you watch the video to see all the beautiful scenes of Ephesus, and us gathering in sacred communion with our Artemis temple priestesses, our clients, and it'll give you a good taste of what you will experience and discover in our magical VIP retreat. So we are gathering May 11th to 16th, 2026. Make sure that you apply ASAP as spots are limited. And, you want to make your travel plans, right? From wherever you're going to fly in from. And send me a personal email or a message via Instagram if you have any questions about the retreat. And we'll answer those for you. All right. Thank you so much for today, Anemona. Thank you so much. And women, we look forward to seeing you at the retreat in May. Yeah. All right. Bye-bye. Until next time. Join a one-of-a-kind, high-caliber mentorship journey at one of the biggest power places in the world. Tap the sacred architecture and overflowing life force in the land to discover how to design healing spaces with ease and flow. Activate your divine creation capacities and remember who you truly are, so you build the beauty you once knew how to build. Commune with kindred women who hear the call to bridge spirit with form to accelerate your legacy projects and business success. Enter the great mystery to uncover the keys and codes to your soul's mission and joy. You are an ancient temple builder of the future. It's time to come out of hiding and unleash your intuitive powers to pioneer the sanctuaries of our new earth.